Prego, tolgo.
4 caffè, 2 zuccherate e 2 no.
Ok, 4 caffè 200.
Ciao. Waiting for my coffee. A little late with Second Cup Saturday because it's very crowded. I'm at Sant'Eustachio. That's it. My coffee. Hold on, got it. And grazie. All right. So now we can start Second Cup Saturday. So you can see there's a long line here of people. And so it took a while to get my coffee today. And actually, I can take my mask down now because I have coffee. So Sant'Eustachio is my favorite cafe in Rome. And as you can see, it's very popular. So I thought I would be able to start Second Cup Saturday on time, but we ended up waiting like 15 minutes to get in. I say we, my family is here too. They're just not on video. But anyway, so Second Cup Saturday, kind of maskless with a nice cappuccino. Although the mask is kind of getting in my way. It's very complicated. So you have to have on a mask when you're outside, unless you're exercising, like the guy that just rode by on a bicycle, or if you're running, or if you're smoking, you don't need a mask. But also if you are in the act of eating or drinking, so you can have a coffee and walk around. It's really cold right now. It's like freezing. I think it's freezing anyway. So it's kind of hard to do this because my hand feels like ice. So right now I am by the Pantheon. You can see the Pantheon here. Hey Amelia. People just said hi to you. You don't all have to stop. Can you hold this? I have to put this on for a second because we're going by all the police and military and it feels weird not having it on. You can hold it. You could have some.
Well, I can't because I don't have any.
So this is going to be a walking Second Cup Saturday because well, I was going to actually sit down and do it because today is what is today? Today's a yellow day. So if you've been keeping up with the color scheme, we have red, orange, and yellow. Red means total lockdown, orange is kind of in the middle, and yellow is things are normal-ish. And so for our Christmas lockdown, we were red and orange. No, were we red? Yeah, we were red and orange. And then that ended, and then the weekends were orange, and then we were yellow for a few days. Now we are back to yellow today, and then starting, I think tomorrow, all of Italy, except for a few regions, go to orange. So that includes Lazio, which is where we are. So, I was going to show you the Pantheon. Hold on, I'm going to turn this around so you can see the Pantheon. So, since it's an orange day, or yellow day rather, it's very confusing even to me. Restaurants can serve guests, but only until 6 p.m. And then after that, they have to do takeaway only. So a lot of people are out today eating, getting coffee, because tomorrow, probably until, February 15th, we're going to be orange. So I lost my coffee. Can I have my coffee back? You drink it all. Pro tip, don't give your teenager your cappuccino. She'll drink half of it before you have a chance. So anyway, I just thought today would be a good day to walk with coffee. So that's what we're doing. So news, can restaurants serve indoors? Yes. So you can sit inside. We just ate at Polese, one of our favorite restaurants. Had pizza and cacio e pepe. So restaurants are open. You can sit inside, you can sit outside. But then after 6 p.m., it's only for to go. I'm going to try to take this off again. It's not easy to do this. One-handed while holding coffee. What else was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, so it's terrible that we're going to Orange. Because Lazio, Rome's area, has been doing really well. And they just were talking about opening things back up. So museums. I heard the Colosseum was going to open today, but I guess it didn't. Museums reopening. But that's only going to be in the yellow zones, which we're not. So those aren't reopening here. And so it's kind of disappointing to hear that we are going to be having stricter restrictions coming up. That's why I wanted to take you around today so you could see some pretty stuff. So we're coming up now. What is my destination? Home. Walking home. So here is the Church of San Luigi. This is the French National Church in Rome. So this church is famous for the Caravaggio paintings. And if you look closely, you'll see a tour group. I've run into quite a few tour groups today. All Italians, of course, because nobody else is allowed. But yeah, a lot of people are out touring today. I guess they won't be able to starting tomorrow, maybe. Bells, please. If I hear bells, I'll play the bells. We won't have any bells for another 15 minutes, though. Turn you back around. Got the mask back on, even though I've got the coffee, just because I don't want to push it. Here, Lil. So, from here, what is this? Is there a tag hanging out? I must have my shirt on backwards or something. No, I don't. Are we going to St. Agnes on Thursday? I don't know. I don't know what what we're going to be allowed to do starting tomorrow. So we'll see. We're going to pass St. Agnes' church in just a second, though. We're going by. We're going into Piazza Navona. You see, there's a lot of people out today. A lot of people out walking because it is such a gorgeous day. I'm going to turn you around again so you can see some pretty stuff. So right now, because it's 3:45, most churches are closed. Because they usually close until about 4 o'clock in the afternoons. Gorgeous day. You can see that blue sky. So now we're going into Piazza Navona. And the sky is kind of washed out here because the Instagram doesn't adjust well to color. But perfect blue skies, which you'll see in a second. And I've lost my coffee again. All right, so here we are, Piazza Navona. There's the Church of San Agnes, St. Agnes. Inside there, they have the skull of St. Agnes. We have a fountain here by Bernini, the Fountain of the Four Rivers. And they're doing some restoration work, so it's actually not on, no water running. They were cleaning it the other day. They actually discovered that part of it was broken recently. I don't remember which piece. Which piece was broken? Do you remember? In the fountain. There's a piece that was broken? Oh, the lion. Oh, okay. So you can see all these animals in here. They noticed that, what was torn off? Oh, his lower jaw had been ripped off. So I guess they're trying to fix that. I'm drinking again. All right, so mask back on. Sant'Eustachio coffee in Piazza Navona on a gorgeous day. The lion's mouth, my mom says. She knows because this is her favorite spot. So, if you missed what I said at the beginning, Rome is going back into more restrictions starting tomorrow. So a lot of people are out today eating outside, enjoying open restaurants, because starting tomorrow all restaurants will be closed to humans. You can only take away, no dine-in. Now we're cutting over to like the Vatican area. It'll take a few minutes to get there. Will my parents be visiting anytime soon? I wish. In a few weeks, it'll be 1 year since I've seen my parents. They were here in February. And then we got locked down. So I was trying to decide which way to go. So yeah, I have no idea when my parents are going to visit again. Hey, this is the very first place I ever had gelato. Like 20 years ago. I don't remember if it was any good, but we went in there. I was with a priest friend and he took us in there and said it was one of his favorites. But the funny thing is that years later he came back. It was after I already lived here. And I took him to a gelato shop and he realized that he had taken me to the wrong one 20 years ago. So he meant to take me to Frigidarium, which, if you know that place, it's very popular with seminarians. And it's like one street over. He thought he was taking me there, but he took me to this place. But I guess it was good. I don't know. Amanda says 2 years ago today that she was here last. Yeah, and Amanda, it's like 7 years ago today, or sometime recently, that you were first here. Same for Pamela. Here's a pretty church. I posted some pictures from this church the other day. This is the Church of Peace. And inside there they have some Raphael frescoes. Oh, we're coming up on all the bars. So they have to shut down at 6 o'clock and they're not allowed to be open for takeaway. How can gelato be bad? There are bad gelaterias. Places that do like instant gelato. So it comes in like a powder form and they just add water to it. Anybody want to finish this? How long have I lived here? 7 years. So this place has a bunch of bars. Everybody outside having fun, enjoying the music. Okay, so what else? Yeah, instant gelato. Yeah, it's like I don't know if they call it instant gelato. That's what I call it, because it's like a powder form and then they add either water or milk to it. Where am I? So we just left Piazza Navona. We're headed towards the river. I don't know what the name of this street is. It's just one of the paths you can take between those places. Lots of nice homes up here. These are all apartments. Often you have apartments upstairs and then shops down below. So this is just the walking Second Cup Saturday. Showing you a little piece of Rome while we're still allowed to do this. Yeah, it's really confusing. Like, they announced, I'll turn you around again. So they announced the other day that we were going to be yellow, and then they decided it was going to be orange, but apparently they were also thinking it might be red. And so I thought that we were going to be orange starting today, but apparently the decree says after Saturday. My hair's a mess. Look at all that. I'm getting a haircut in a few hours, so the next time you see me I will look different. But yeah, so this morning I thought that we were orange, which means no dining in restaurants or cafes. And then I heard all this noise outside, and I looked out the window, and it was all the cafes setting up their tables. Then I realized that we were yellow today. And then even the restaurant we went to, he wasn't sure like what was going on. But this new decree lasts until February 15th. And then they also said maybe until March 5th. And the state of emergency all the way through April. And the state of emergency just means that they can shut everything down quickly if they need to. Oh, here's one of our favorite gelaterias. We come here all the time. It's Teatro. You can see them making everything inside. They have the lemons and all the nuts. There's pistachio, almond, big chunk of chocolate on the bottom. And I don't know what they're making here. This must be for the restaurant. But they make all the gelato ingredients like right here on the window. And then you can see inside. It's a very good spot. And they have a really nice little piazza right next to it. So they have a restaurant too. It's not really connected to the gelateria. It's just a restaurant, but I think it's owned by the same people. And now we are coming up on the Church of San Salvatore and Laurel. Man, that's really washed out. You would think Instagram could do something better about their camera software. There you go. So San Salvatore and Laurel is where they have relics of Padre Pio, relics of Teresa, relics of St. John Paul II. They have the arm of St. Jude. It's a really nice church. It's closed right now for lunchtime. So we're almost to Castel Sant'Angelo. Already done with the coffee. What gelato flavor do I recommend? So a lot of really good places like the one we just passed, they have seasonal flavors. And so I usually try to stick with what's in season. So right now they have pumpkin flavors and what did I get the other day?
Caramel?
Yeah, caramel with something else. Here's a school. A nice couple 100-year-old building. That's a school. You can see kids' projects in the window. It doesn't look like a very welcoming school. There's barbed wire around it.
It's like a prison school.
But yeah, it looks like it's an abandoned building. I'd live there if I could. It's really pretty. So yeah, anyway, I try to stick to the seasonal flavors. Amanda says hi, Christina.
Hi.
She's waving at you, but you can't see her because...
I don't know, it's facing up.
Yeah, I'm facing that
My
way.
favorite is the sage.
Christina likes the sage flavor at Teatro. Raspberry sage. Yeah, so that gelateria, they do a lot of flavors with herbs. It's like sage, rosemary, things like that. So hazelnut Nutella, that's your favorite. That's good too. All right, so we're coming up on the river, Castel Sant'Angelo. You'll see St. Peter's in a minute. I'm assuming most of you already know about the, what was it? Oh, more people. Look at my hair, my goodness.
You're getting a cut.
I know, I'm getting a cut in like 2 hours. But still, it keeps doing this with the wind. So I should just, just walk around like this. This is why I'm always flattening my hair, because it stands up. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna talk about the conspiracy. Just because it happened last week, so if you don't watch Tipsy Tuesday or you don't read my blog or follow me on social media, well, I guess you're on social media right now, so maybe you do follow me. But the conspiracy that the U.S. landed helicopters in St. Peter's Square and arrested the Pope, and he's being held by the FBI. That's been a lot of fun. So I kind of debunked all of the theories with facts on my website, and that page has had over 500,000 views, which it didn't crash my website surprisingly, but it did surprise the web host, and it's going to cost a lot of money. I think all that. Christina's looking at me because all the overage fees for having that many visitors on a website. But if you want to have a lot of fun, you can go to there's another tour group. You can go to my YouTube page and read all the comments from people. I think we're up to like 1,400 comments where people are arguing with me because I posted a video saying that there was no blackout, the Pope wasn't arrested, all this stuff, and yeah, people are like, still today I have people coming and arguing with me, threatening me, saying I'm going to go down for trying to cover it up, and I like to engage with them, so I'm always like debating with them in the comments, and it's been a lot of fun. So if you're bored and you want to read 1,400 comments from some conspiracy people, that's all on my YouTube page. I think the video is called Blackout in Rome, or Another Blackout in Rome, or something like that. Anyway, changing subjects, we're now at Castel Sant'Angelo, the Bridge of the Angels, crossing the Tiber River. You can see the river down here. That's the Tiber River, and it's kind of hard to see. Can I zoom in? You can, down here, you can see all the dark part on the sidewalk. That's all mud, because for the last couple weeks, the river has been about halfway up this wall, because we had so much rain. But it's gone down now, back to normal. Yeah, so this is the Tiber River. And again, this is the Bridge of the Angels. All these angels designed by Bernini. Each of them are holding something from the Passion of Christ. So this is the pillar where Christ was scourged. This one over here has the crown of thorns. That has Veronica's veil. Anna got hit by a cannonball. Oh, the sun's out. And so Castel Sant'Angelo in front of us. That is, well, it's now a museum, but it was the tomb for the Emperor Hadrian. Then the church took it over. The Pope took it over, made it a fortress, so there was a moat around it, a drawbridge, cannons, and it became a place where the Pope could go if he was ever under attack. Yeah, now it's a museum. You can go in there. You can go all the way up to the top. You can see the angel St. Michael on top. So when it's open, it's not open now because everything's closed, but you can go up there and it's a really nice view of Rome. It's one of the best views in Rome because although the Dome of St. Peter's is higher, from here you can actually see the Dome of St. Peter's, so that makes it nicer. But there is a wall, we're going to go by the wall in just a minute, that connects the Apostolic Palace where the Pope traditionally lives to the castle. Maybe the Pope went to the castle during the blackout. It's possible. Yeah, maybe he used that wall. And right, look, there's another tour. So many tour groups out today. It's nice to see. Oh,
Down here.
you can see more of the mud down here. See all the mud that washes up on the sidewalk. And there's the sun. What a pretty day. We've been out since this morning and it's 4 o'clock now. Did we lose the kids? Oh, okay. So there's the castle. And just in front of us is St. Peter's Basilica. The bridge, it was built during the First Holy Year. The question is, explain the bridge and what it's used for. It was built during the First Holy Year to connect that side of Rome with the Vatican. And they did a not so good job with the bridge, and when they first opened it, it ended up collapsing and a lot of people died. But it's been rebuilt, so it's better now.
We were taking pictures on the bridge.
Oh, okay. Anyway, that's the bridge. Look at all these people out today. My mom says this is where she wants to live, the castle.
We're going on, British soldiers go on. And have you fucking have you always hungry years we fall to it out here. And we find you always hungry.
Well, we lost the kids. So the kids went taking pictures. So I'm just going to stop for a few minutes. Almost home. Oh, explain the walkway from the castle to the Vatican. Sure. So you can kind of see it here. Turning you around. This is the end of it. So this walkway starts at the Vatican, which you can see down there. And then it goes behind this building. But there's a walkway on the top and also inside the wall. See part of it there. And so again, if the Pope was ever under attack or was ever under attack, he could run through this wall into the castle. And like I said, it's a big fortress. I mean, you can see the walls here, the cutouts where they would have the cannons. And if you go into the castle, they actually still have some of the cannons set up and the cannonballs. And you can see the holes where they could pour out like boiling oil. Oh, there's the kids. Your mother went looking for you.
Really?
Yeah, over there.
I was watching.
Okay, go find her. Kids. They're like standing right here. But their mother went looking for them. Anyway. So, what else? You can hear about the bronze of the cannons on our podcast. That's right, Joni. If you haven't listened to this week's podcast, it's on the website, thecatholictraveler.com. It's also on iTunes, anywhere else you listen to podcasts. But it's all about the Pantheon. And the bronze for the cannons in the castle came from the Pantheon. And we explain all that on the podcast. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Let me know, because we're almost home. I'll keep walking you till we get to closer to St. Peter's, if you want to see the church. We're not going in though, not today. Now the family's all mixed up. They're all everywhere. This is why it's good to do Second Cup Saturday from a table, because people don't just walk all over the place and get mixed up. But it sure is a nice day. I'm going to turn you around again so you can see, and you can hear the music and the sirens, the sounds of Rome. No bells though. We didn't pass the church at 4 o'clock. This is a beautiful view. And everybody's coming now. Okay, so good. Everybody's unlost. From every corner of the world can say the 5th International Brigade. Okay, so now we can start walking again. More sounds of Rome for you with the sirens. Kids playing soccer. There's actually a really nice playground behind the castle. So a lot of kids go back there for that. There's an ambulance. Oh, the sun feels so good. It was like 30 degrees this morning. What is he singing? He is singing in English. I don't know what song it was.
Irish song.
Irish song. Oh, good to see you, Alexandra. Tell G I said hi. Okay, so now we're coming up on Conciliazione. This is the street that was built so that you'd have a nice grand walkway leading up to the Basilica. We also talk about this in another podcast. So if you want to listen to the podcasts, here's one about the Borgo region. Because this area right here where the street is, leading up to St. Peter's, these were all buildings and homes. And then Mussolini decided to build this grand boulevard, and so he destroyed everything. Some of the buildings, though, they decided to move, and they actually took them apart and moved them. But for the most part, they just destroyed everything. It makes a really nice view, though. Look at all these people out. I guess it is a Saturday, so it makes sense that so many people would be out. So beautiful view of the Basilica coming up here. What other news did I hear? I heard that starting, I guess, tomorrow or something, people in the EU flying to Italy will no longer need to quarantine. So I guess that's kind of a step in the right direction. The vaccine rollout in Italy is one of the most efficient anywhere. Definitely the most efficient in Europe. They've already given out 1 million vaccines.
Surprising they're so efficient.
Yeah, it is surprising they're so efficient. Masses open to public. Yeah, masses are open everywhere here. So there were 2 months, March and April, where public masses were not allowed. But after that, they've been open and haven't stopped since then. So even during our Christmas lockdown, when we were red, we were still allowed, like it was still considered an essential reason to leave the home and go to church for Mass or just for prayer. Monica says it's nice to see so many people. Oh, that it's a shock to see so many people. Yeah, it is. It's nice to see a lot of people out. Although this really isn't a lot of people, it's just a lot of people these days. So now Conciliazione is blocked. There's soldiers behind me, so I'm not going to point the camera at them. But this half of Conciliazione is closed to traffic now. And that started after terrorists decided they were going to drive through crowds. So that's when they closed this part of the street, which is a terrible reason to do it. But it is nice to be able to walk right in the middle of this road towards the church. Oh, we just passed another church too. This is the Carmelite church. So if any of you are Carmelites, this is your home base in Rome. Still closed. I think they reopen at 4:30 maybe. There's a lot of churches in this area. So there's that one we just passed. There's one up here on the left. There's another one closer to St. Peter's. There's 3 up there. There's like 7 churches right in this strip. So vaccines in short supply in the US. I don't know if they have a lot here. I just know that they're pretty proud that in just a few weeks they got through 1 million of them. Both popes have been vaccinated. I don't know why. I don't know why Benedict would need to get the vaccine. It doesn't do anything. But he did. So you might notice, or maybe you've already seen, the tree is gone, the nativity is gone, thankfully. Sad to see the tree come down, but I was happy to see the nativity go. It was one of the few years I didn't enjoy going to look at the Vatican nativity. They're still kind of disassembling the stage. Which you'll see in just a second. This road's a lot longer when you're trying to talk to people on video than if I was just walking on my own. This building here, I know a lot of you are familiar with EWTN or Catholic News Service or Catholic News Agency or Rome Reports. They're all in the same building. And then on the roof where they do their live shots, I think that is, it's one of the 3 big networks. NBC maybe, their studio setup. I could have that wrong. But it's kind of funny that all of those competing Catholic news services are in the same building. Almost to St. Peter's. Perfect day for doing this. We've had so many days of rain the last couple weeks. It was really nice earlier in the sun, but now that the sun's gone down, really cold. My hand doesn't feel like ice anymore, though. That's good. It's too late now. But thanks. Oh, here's some sun, some horses. Oh, there's bells. Listen, everybody, bells. It's just the 4:15 bells, so those aren't very exciting because you only have 4 bells. A lot of people out. I don't know. Oh, they're taking pictures. All right, so we're not going into St. Peter's. I'm just going to take you here to the piazza, and then you can be on with your Saturday. DJ says she has flashbacks of running down this street. Yeah, so for the first Mass of Pope Francis, his inaugural Mass, the place where I said the soldiers were, and it's all pedestrian. So, again, there's a lot of police behind me. I don't want to turn around. But it's, I don't know how far it is, maybe a quarter mile or something. They started the line there to get into the piazza here. And rather than like letting a few people in at a time, they just opened up the gates. And it was this mad sprint to get a spot. This was after like sleeping all night on the street or all morning, early morning. But there are these like marble benches. And so people are like slamming into these, and the people coming from behind were pushing. It was awful and very dangerous. So it wasn't a very happy memory, but we did make it into the piazza. All right, well, I guess I'm done. You can see the basilica, the sun setting, the signs flashing. So those signs there, I think they're flashing. They're flashing here just because of the refresh rate. But it's telling us that there is a Nativity Museum. So you can see over here, 100 nativities in the Vatican. So they're actually inside the colonnade. They have little nativities set up. And they do this every year, but usually it's in a building down the street. But this year they're outside so that people could visit outdoors. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna turn around so I can say ciao. Hope you enjoyed your Second Cup Saturday walk. And who knows what I'll do on Tuesday for Tipsy Tuesday, if you watch Tipsy Tuesday, because I think it's orange, but I thought today was orange too, so I don't know. But it'll probably be from home. But I'll let you know. I'll post it on Instagram and all that. So that's it. See you later. Bye.